In the depths of the First World War, a conflict defined by mud, misery, and machine guns, something extraordinary happened. On Christmas Eve, 1914, the fighting paused along parts of the Western Front. Soldiers dared to hope for peace, if only for a single day. This is the story of the Christmas Truce, a remarkable, spontaneous, and unofficial ceasefire when enemies became human again. By late 1914, the First World War had turned into a grinding stalemate. After months of initial movement and heavy casualties, both the Allied and German armies were entrenched from the North Sea to the Suez border. Thousands of soldiers endured trench warfare, knee-deep mud, freezing cold, rat-infested dugouts, constant shelling, and the daily loss of comrades. Christmas will be their 50th month in the trenches, and few believe it will bring anything but more suffering. Despite the horrors, a strange hope lingered. After all, only a few months earlier, many had believed the war would be over by Christmas. As Christmas approached in December 1914, something unusual began to happen along parts of the Western Front, along sectors controlled by British, French, and German troops. The sound of constant gunfire slowly gave way to strange silence. In some areas, German soldiers started placing candles and small Christmas trees outside the trenches. The flickering lights, combined with singing of carols like Silent Night, caught the attention of their enemies. Across no man's land, the deadly, barbed wire strewn expanse between opposing trenches. Voices begin to mingle. German carols met British and French holiday songs. On Christmas Eve, soldiers began cautiously raising their heads above their trench walls to see what was happening. Hesitant at first, both sides called out greetings. In some places, German troops shouted Merry Christmas in English, surprising their opponents. At dawn on Christmas Day, across many parts of the Western Front, German and Allied troops, primarily British and German, ventured into no man's land unarmed. They shook hands, exchanged gifts of cigarettes, food, buttons, hats, and even plum pudding. The truce allowed both sides to do what had been impossible during weeks of fighting: bury their dead with dignity and recover fallen comrades who had lay between the lines. In some places, soldiers sang carols together. In others, they traded stories about home, about families, about life before the war. One of the most enduring images of Christmas Truce is of soldiers playing an improvised game of football in no man's land. While the truth of a formal match is debated by historians, many accounts describe kickabouts with makeshift balls, with men laughing and joining together in sport rather than combat. Whether candlelight songs, shared tobacco, or simple conversation, these gestures were extraordinary, enemies acknowledging each other's humanity. The Christmas truce was never universal. In many sectors, fighting continued, and in some places, attempts to fraternize were met with gunfire. Also, senior commanders never sanctioned the ceasefires. Within days, strict orders from higher military authorities forbade fraternization and ceasefire gestures. Soldiers were told to fire on the enemy rather than embrace them. Although some friendly encounters persisted into the New Year's Day in a few locations, by December 26, most trenches were once again filled with bullets and artillery. Historians suggested that the Christmas truce occurred partly because soldiers were exhausted, disillusioned, and acutely aware of the shared misery of trench life. Many German soldiers stationed near the British had worked in England or in English-speaking communities before the war, which helped British communication and foster unexpected camaraderie. Moreover, both sides likely sensed a fleeting chance at peace. The war was only 5 months old, and the most savage battles, like Verdun and the Somme, lay ahead. The shared hardship, the close proximity, and the holiday spirit combined to open a narrow window for peace. Though short-lived, the Christmas Truce became one of the most memorable episodes of the Great War. For the soldiers who lived it was a rare moment of humanity amid relentless violence. For future generations, it became a symbol of peace, hope, and the enduring spirit of compassion even in the worst of the conflicts. In later years, the truce inspired books, documentaries, films, songs, memorials, and even football matches commemorating the event. But its true legacy lies in the simple truth. Even in war, individuals can choose peace, if only for a day. The guns of World War I would not fall silent again until the armistice of November 1918. But for a few hours in December 1914, the front lines were transformed, if only briefly, into a place where enemies share songs, stories, and even laughter. That Christmas, the trenches stood quiet, and the world saw what peace could look like, even amidst the hell of war.
Hi, my name is Mike. Welcome to the Lay Historian channel. If you like the content, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.